Hello viewers, my name is Amandeep and I work as a medical counselor with Eugenics. Today we are going to discuss about a very unique topic in hair loss which goes by the name of traction alopecia.
Traction alopecia is the hair loss which occurs due to tying our hair too tightly.
Which is commonly observed in sick male individuals who tie a turban like me, because we have been tying our turban and we have been tying our hair tightly for quite a long period of time, in number of years I would say,
And who have tight hairstyles like Afro-Americans and Caribbeans. So what happens is, they have a hair loss on the frontal side, whereas in sick population, because they are tying their hair from all the sides, they will have a hair loss from the front side, from the sides and from the back side also. This can also affect the beard area. So when they tie their long beard too tightly, then they can develop a patch of alopecia either on the right side or on the left side. How to prevent the traction alopecia? The first and the most important point is making a loose hairstyle. They can wear a turban or they can adopt any kind of hairstyle, but they have to consciously make an effort to tie the turban and to make the hairstyle in such a manner that the hair roots are not pulled too tightly for long durations of time.
So I'm going to address the early prevention of traction alopecia in a sick individual like me, because I've been tying a turban for quite a long time now and I have personally experienced loss of hairline from the frontal area because of this strong mechanical pull which is called traction, and I wasn't aware of it, but now that I'm into this industry I have learned the basics of it and I'm aware that how we can arrest traction alopecia in its early stages.
Even after treating traction alopecia with the hair restoration surgery, the transplanted hair may fall off again if the traction is continued. The points to consider while doing a hair restoration surgery in a patient of traction alopecia. Number 1. The hair loss is usually asymmetric in such patients. It is more on the right side or on the left side. And when we are doing hair restoration surgery for such patients, we have to undo the asymmetry and recreate a symmetric hairline. Second point is that there is an abrupt transition of density between the bald area and the non-bald area. So there is a sharp demarcation beyond which we have a very high density of hair. The reason is that they don't have a concomitant androgenetic alopecia. So when we are doing hair restoration surgery in such patients, we have to create a high density from extending from hairline till the junction, and we don't have to create a density gradient which we usually do in a patient of androgenetic alopecia. We have to pay an attention to the curl, direction and angle of these hair. We have to recreate the temple points, which usually requires more grafts than a usual case of androgenetic alopecia. We have to create the side locks also, and the junction between the temple points and side locks is very important, as aesthetically there is a transition in the angle in that region and we have to pay a lot of attention to recreate, and there is a smooth transition of hair from the lower end of the temple point to the side lock, and that smooth transition has to be recreated. Yet another area which we have to recreate is this zone, which is above the earlobe. So this area is also bald in some patients because of the tight pulling, and because of the tight pulling there is a bizarre angle and direction of the hair in this region. So we have to recreate these areas also. Some patients of traction alopecia may be having a concomitant androgenetic alopecia also. In such patients, they have to take medications post-surgery, which mainly includes oral finasteride, to maintain the pre-existing hair and to prevent the progression of baldness. We cannot make a low hairline in such patients, and we have to take into account their future potential needs because of the progression of androgenetic alopecia. While doing a beard restoration surgery in such patients, we have to pay a lot of attention to the direction and angle of the hair, and it has to be recreated in a very aesthetic manner. These angles and directions vary a lot from one person to the other, and if we do it correct, at the end of the day it is very satisfactory. And lastly, we should know that there is no need to do a full trimming in such patients because they have long hair and we need to extract from a fixed safe donor zone, we can do a window trimming on the back side, which will be hidden by the long hair falling from above. So there is no need to do a full trimming in such patients.
So the summary behind this video is to educate our young individuals out there who are tying a turban and who are losing hair because of traction alopecia. Basically, the idea is to arrest and reverse traction alopecia at its early stages, and how we are going to do it is by tying our hair very loosely and also the turban at a very loose stage, enough so that it can hold it on our head and the traction alopecia can be minimized.